Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and I am the host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you are enjoying this show, you should also check out the Premier Boys Podcast, hosted by myself, Aaron Kintok Sands, the Star Rider Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal, where we discuss many topics within the culture, from music, love, relationships, sex, politics, and many more. We could make you laugh, but the show could also get a little raunchy and may not be for everybody. But if you're willing to take that risk, check out the Premier Voice Podcast every Wednesday, a part of the Premier Powerverse. Other show you could check out on the Premier Powerverse is King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron King Talk Sands every Friday at 12 p.m. Star Time Podcast hosted by the Star Rider Rod every Monday at 12 p.m. And Welcome to the Trilogy hosted by Long Live the Chief Mighty Mel every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Listen and support on every show in the Premier Powerverse. Thank you for listening to this message and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and I am the host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And I just want to take the time and say rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner, who is an actor, an artist, a poet, an activist, but most importantly, a father and a husband. And this loss hit hard, because I grew up watching this man, from one of my favorite sitcoms, The Cosby Show, where he played the character Theo for many years. And when I watched Theo, he reminded me of myself. He also did Malcolm and Eddie. He also was the host of CBS Story Break. When every time Saturday morning cartoon ended, that would come on. I used to watch that when I was younger. He also did 911, The Residency, and many other amazing roles. He was also an award-winning artist who won a Grammy, and he done many things. He have a podcast that's out, and this was a really sad loss. Just like when Kobe Bryant passed away and Chadwick Boseman, this one hit different. So let's keep his family, most importantly, his wife and his daughter, in our prayers, because this was a really, really sad loss. And rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. And also rest in peace to everybody else that we lost recently, Ozzy Osbourne, and a whole bunch of names that we lost recently. And I keep everybody family in our prayers. Thank you for taking this time for this message, and check out the episode. You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 9. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Boys Podcast, and your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, a new season of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. And I am finally back, y'all. I know it's been a while. It's been since May, my birthday episode, but I honestly am happy to be back. I've been really busy the last couple of months, doing a lot of life stuff, but I'm happy to be back. And thank you to everybody who continued to listen to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, even while I was gone. It really, really means a lot. And I'm happy to finally bring y'all season 9 of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. So on this episode, we will be doing a life update on pretty much how I've been doing. And why did I name this episode Unexpected Detour? So you already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
What's up, y'all? It's your favorite Virgo host, Shakita Johnson from the Chronicles of a Virgo podcast, and you are now locked into the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, it's time for Mr. Gentleman Facts Quote of the Day. And today's quote of the day is, always make sure you are better than you were yesterday. And I say this because in life, the only competition is you. And honestly, you should always be better than you were yesterday, because the point in life is to grow and evolve. Because when you're not growing and evolve, what are you really doing with your life? So always make sure that every day you always want to be better than you was yesterday. And that is today, Mr. Gentleman Facts Quote of the Day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Off Series Thursdays, where we have all of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast spin-off series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Ridey Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. And tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheer!
This is Princella from the Unexpected Podcast, and you're listening to the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, it's time for the season 9 premiere of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And the last episode that I brought to y'all was in May for my birthday episode. And once again, thank you everybody who took the time to continue to listen to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, even while I'm on break. Shout out to the old listeners and the new listeners. You know, thank you for joining me on this journey, and thank you for continuing to join me on the journey. It really means a lot, and once again, thank you. So first thing first, how I've been doing. For the most part, I've been doing pretty good, you know. From last year, you know, telling y'all about my health journey, leading into this year, which I am still continuing on my health journey, and everything that I've been praying for this whole year been coming true. And honestly, with everything, I owe it all to God for everything. And thank you for, you know, blessing me with many things that I've been praying for and have been coming true. And thank you for the many more things and the many more opportunities to come, from being healthy, from my family being good, even though with some minor setbacks. My family is good, healthy. My friends is good. New job opportunity came my way. Love is slowly coming back into my life. The podcast been doing really good, with so many more opportunities on the way, and we're gonna dive more into that in the future. But yeah, more opportunity for the podcast come on the way. A celebrity followed me on IG, which was really cool. Shout out to Ron Killings. You know, yeah, and everything that we're really looking up. And one thing that I want to say is, no matter what you do in life, don't ever stop what you're doing, because the outcome will always happen, even if it don't happen on that very moment. The outcome will happen down the line. Just stay consistent and just don't give up, and hard work will pay off. Just keep going. And I'm thankful for everything good that been happening in my life. But I know y'all probably wondering, if everything's been happening good in my life, why did I name the episode Unexpected Detour? And the reason why I named this episode Unexpected Detour, because something unexpected did happen in my life after the day I turned 38. And I was, out celebrating my friends, and we were having a really good time celebrating life and stuff like that. And I was on my way home. Usually, when I'm on my way home late, like 2 o'clock in the morning, I usually take an Uber, and I usually have a weird feeling in my gut. Something told me take an Uber, but for some reason, I was so much in a good mood that night, I ignored my gut feeling, which is something that I should never did. So I decided to ignore my gut feeling and just walk home. Walking home, just happy about life and stuff like that. Then I started walking across the street, on my way home. Next thing I know, a random car came running through, and then I ended up getting hit by a car, and the car ran off. One thing that happened that I was really shocked about, because I never think that something like that would happen to me, getting hit by a car. But one thing I will say I thank God for is that I was not seriously injured. You know, Two things were hurt during this time. My side were hurt, which but now I am healed, and then my knee was hurt, which at one point my knee was really badly hurt, but it wasn't hurt to the point that I had to go to the hospital. Thank goodness for that. But with a lot of working out, with a lot of moving around, with a lot of resting the knee, it healed pretty good. I mean, right now it's at 95%, but I'm walking pretty normal now, so thank God for that. And yeah, it was a really scary and really unexpected moment that I didn't think that would happen. And I just thank God that, I wasn't seriously injured to the point that I couldn't walk. I'm thank God that I wasn't seriously hurt to the point that I had to stay in the hospital for a very long period of time. I thank God that I was not dead after that happened. And and I thank God for keeping me here, keeping me alive, keeping me healthy, keeping me. It's always been there. So for that, I just thank Him for that. That moment taught me that cherish life to the fullest, no matter what, because something can happen from a blink of the eye, and your life could change like that. It also taught me that you are here today, and you could be gone tomorrow. So always cherish life, and don't take life as a joke. Whatever you have to do, just go out there and do it. Because you just never know when you will ever have that chance to do it again. Yeah, and despite the scary moment, I thank God for healing me. I thank God for that it wasn't worse. And I thank God for everything. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. And it was a scary moment, but I just want to let y'all know that just cherish life, and don't take life for granted. Don't take life for granted. So yeah. What can y'all expect for season 9 of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast? more stories from what I just told y'all. Y'all already know one thing I do on this show is I share a personal story about my life. And I will continue to do that from season 9 and beyond. Also, more inspirational episodes. Also started doing no type of episodes from season 6 to now. And we will continue to have those for season 9. Of course, more guests come on the show. I could confirm 3 new guests come on the show this season. Tamika Ford, who is an author. Jeffrey Charles Fleming, who is a poet and an author. And Coral, who is host of Visit Vegas Places, will also be on the show this season, and many more guests to come. Also, we have some returning guests returning. The All Star Wrestling crew. You know, Naya Remay coming back this season, and many more people coming back this season. So look out for new guests and returning guests for season 9 of MrGentleman, like the podcast. Also, look out for more roundtable discussion. More different topics will be discussed from music, love, stuff that's going on in the world, and many more. We're going to do some more discussion this season as well, and many more. Season 9 of MrGentleman, Like That Pocket, will be 20 episodes this season. And yeah, I also will announce that season 10 of MrGentleman, Like That Pocket will be in the work as well. You know, which will be right after season 9. So we won't have a long break. So in the year 2026, y'all would get season 10 of MrGentleman, Light Up Pocket, which will be 25 episodes, which will be a big season. So look out for that as well. So yeah. What is the update for MrGentleman, Light Up Pocket presents spinoff series Thursday lineup? So spinoff series Thursday lineup will be returning in September with a conversation about music podcast every first Thursdays with season 3. The old school show with myself and the star writer Rod and guest co-host Aaron Keto Sands will be joining the old school show for season 4 every fourth Thursday. So look out for that. Date Night Talk podcast with myself and Ms. B. We already put out the season 3 premiere of Date Night Talk early in April, so you will continue with season 3, the rest of season 3, starting in September, and every Thursdays. And now we also got the newest spin-off series Thursday show, the Top 20 Countdown Show, the series with myself and Jalen, coming every second Thursdays, starting in September. This was a fun series. I can't wait to bring you more episodes. So far, me and Jalen only recorded 2 episodes of the series. Due to personal reasons, the show had been put on hold. Jalen is dealing with a lot of stuff at the moment. And hopefully she come back to the show and we will be able to finish the series. Because it's always a good time doing the series with her. And I hope that, she can come back in the series. Because we could bring out more episodes of the Top 20 Countdown Show. But for now, we already have 2 episodes in the work. One for September and one in October. Our favorite anime movies and our favorite romantic movies. So look out for that in September. And look out for a spin-off series Thursday lineup, all returning in September. And of course, we have a new spin-off series Thursday show in the works as well. Originally, this spin-off series Thursday show was supposed to be a main segment on the main series, but due to how many episodes we have in the season, and a lot of guests hit me up, and we are planning to, bring more guests for the show for the next 2 seasons. We're gonna put this a part of the spin-off series Thursday Atlanta, and this is actually a spin-off of Date Night Talk podcast. We are bringing y'all a full series of Date Night Talk stories where guests will tell their dating stories, and we talk about relationship, whether they're single or whether they're in a relationship. And this would be for both male and female. So I would be interviewing guests just like the original format of Date Night Talk, about relationship history, love life, and many more. So I'm looking forward to bringing y'all Date Night Talk Stories, a part of the spin-off Series 30 Atlanta, coming in 2026. And we got another spin-off Series 30 show coming in the future. But that's all I got for now for spin-off Series 30 lineup. Also, will I be making guest appearances again? I know a lot of podcasters have been hitting me up recently to come on their show, but I decided to take a break because of my schedule been pretty crazy lately. So my schedule is kind of dying down a little bit. So I will be start going on podcast appearances again. Starting in September, I will start going on podcast appearances. So any podcast that's listening, want me on a show, I definitely want to be a guest on your show. So will I make it happen? Starting September, MrGentleman, Lifestyle Podcast, guest tour returning from September to 2026. So y'all want me a guest? Y'all want me to be a guest on your show? Hit me up at Ken YPGENT@gmail.com or hit me on social media Ken_MrGentleman, and we can make something happen. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going on people podcast shows again, and I can't wait. And while I leave y'all for this episode, for the season 9 premiere of MrGentleman Like the Podcast is there anything that you want to do in life, go out there and do it, because you never know when it's your last. You could be here today, you could be gone tomorrow. And don't take life as a joke, and just live your life to the fullest. Love your family, love your friends, and any dream that you want to do, go out there and do it. It's never too late to follow your dreams. And I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Now, I am the host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, and this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spin-off Series Thursdays. And Spin-off Series Thursday is the new home for MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spin-off Series that brought to you shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast, The Old School Show, and Date Night Talk Podcast. And A Conversation About Music Podcast is a music spin-off series where we talk about anything music, from the current music scene and the old school music scene, where we interview many guests that's in the music industry and artists about their music journey. We have a segment game called The Face Off, which is a versus inspired game. And we have roundtable discussion about variety of music topics. And y'all can check out A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Now, the Old School Show that featured myself and the star Roddy Rod is a show where we discuss anything old school, from music, TV shows, movies, and many more. We also bring in guests to join in on the old school conversation. Y'all can check out the Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. Every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And last but not least, we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B, where we talk about anything relationship related topics like love, dating, relationships, cheating, the good and the bad, and many more. And y'all can check out this spin-off series, Date Night Talk Podcast, every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. So look out for MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spin-off Series Thursday, A Conversation About Music Podcast, every first Thursdays. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Riding Rod every fourth Thursdays. And Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays. And y'all can check out MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays. And thank y'all for checking out this commercial break. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. True! I just want to take the time and thank everybody for tuning into this latest episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, the season 9 premiere of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank you to all my old listeners for coming back on the journey with me, and all the new listeners who is hearing the show for the first time. Thank you, and hopefully you stay for a very long time. For the bottom of my heart, thank you for checking out the season 9 premiere of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you want to come back for future episodes, you can check out MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series, and every Thursdays for spin-off series Thursdays, where we have shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast. Season 3 premiere September 4th and every first Thursdays. Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Ms. Vanna B. Season 3 returns on September 18th and every third Thursdays. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Rider Ride. Season 4 premiere September 25th and every fourth Thursdays. And our newest spin-off series Thursday show, the Top 20 Countdown Show, the series with myself and Miss Jalen. Series premiere September 11th and every second Thursdays. Check out every show that's a part of the Premiere Powers on MrGentleman Lifestyle Network. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show. 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and Podchases. The more y'all rate the show, more people know about MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Ken, a.k.a. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Ken, a.k.a. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, where you can check out the audio version of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast TV, and MrGentleman Fact Quote of the Day. The YouTube channel is growing, so thank you everybody who's been subscribing to the YouTube channel recently, and let's continue to grow this platform. You can also check me out on the Premiere Boys Podcast with myself, Aaron Keto Sands, the Star Rider Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal. The new season of the Premiere Boys Podcast coming real soon, and every Wednesday is a part of the Premiere Powerverse. Other shows are part of the Premiere Powerverse: King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron King Talk Sands. You can check out all episodes of all pocket platforms right now, and look out for a newest show, After Hours with Aaron Sands, coming soon. Check out the Star Rider Ride Show, Star Time Podcast on all pocket platforms. You can check out all episodes now on all pocket platforms, and check out his IG live version of Star Time Podcast, Star Time IG live show on his IG page, star.timeroddy. So check out that every other Friday. And check out and look out for new episodes of Welcome to the Trilogy, hosted by Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal, coming soon. Listen and support every show in the Premiere Powerverse. On the next episode, I will be bringing back your favorite segment, MrGentleman Like That Shout Out, where we shout out podcast shows and we give them their flowers. And we're going to start doing that on the next episode of MrGentleman Like That Podcast. Check me out on Good Pods, Ken, MrGentleman. Y'all already know Good Podcast, the many independent podcasts. You see what everybody listens to. We go rate each other's shows, and we have the charts. At the moment, we are on no charts at the moment, but I just want to say thank you, everybody who've been listening to Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast while I'm on break on Good Pod, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and every other platform. Really means a lot that y'all kept the show alive when I'm not around. So for that, really means a lot because that's real love right there. And thank y'all for the many support. And I'm happy to be back. So now y'all will get new episodes on a weekly basis again. So, but once again, thank y'all for continuing to support Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast while I'm on break. Really, really means a lot. And check out the official website of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. Y'all can listen to every episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, all 248 episodes of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. You can watch every video of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. You can check out every guest profile who's been on Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. All 79 guests and many more to come. You can check out all my guest appearances that I've been on and many more to come. And of course, check out the official merch store of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, www.mrgentlemanlikethepodcaststore.dasher.com, where you can check out our shirts, hoodies, mugs, hats, and many more. Check out the official merch store so we can upgrade your listening experiences. So check out the official merch store for Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, www.mrgentlemanlikethepodcaststore at dasher.com. And check out the official website of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. And once again, thank you everybody for tuning into this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, season 9 premiere of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. And thank y'all for joining me on this journey once again. On the next episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast will be the SummerSlam prediction episode with the All-Star Wrestling crew. Maybe all of them or maybe some of them. You will have to find out on the episode. And you'll look out for this episode this Saturday at 12 a.m. Have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode.
This is Paige from the Badass Fabulous podcast, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.